Iberian ham is, without a doubt, one of the most exclusive and coveted delicacies in the world. Its smooth texture, enveloping aroma, and deep, unparalleled flavor make it a unique experience. You could even say that if you've ever tasted it, you can consider yourself lucky, because it's not just any meat. It's a true work of gastronomic art that not everyone can afford. Imagine how special this delicacy is that one of the most expensive hams in the world can cost even more than $4,000. Crazy, right? But how is the best ham in the world made? How is it possible to achieve such an intense and unique flavor? Today we're going to enter an impressive Iberian Acorn-Fed ham factory, known for being the best ham on the planet. Whether you're a ham lover or not, the process of making these unique pieces will surprise you. We'll discover, step by step, how each acorn-fed pig leg is transformed into that delicacy considered one of the most exclusive pleasures in the world. But before we begin, tell us, have you ever had the privilege of trying Iberian acorn-fed ham? If so, would you say it's one of the tastiest things you've ever tried? Leave your answer in the comments. Now get comfortable and join us on this journey through the factory full of tradition, dedication, and a lot of flavor. Let's begin. Step 1. Raising the pigs. Iberian acorn-fed ham begins with Iberian pigs, unique animals from Spain and Portugal. These pigs, with origins linked to wild boar, are famous for their juicy and flavorful meat. The difference lies in their fat. Unlike ordinary pigs, these have a natural marbling that gives them their smooth texture and special taste. During the autumn and winter, these pigs enjoy a true outdoor feast, surrounded by oak and holm oak trees. This period, known as their acorn season, is key. Here, their diet is based on acorns and fresh grass, which not only nourish them, but also make them walk and stay in shape. Imagine them roaming large fields searching for food. This exercise tones their muscles and improves the quality of the meat. Why are acorns so special? These small natural jewels are full of healthy fats, similar to olive oil. By eating them, the pigs develop a tasty and aromatic fat that integrates into every corner of their meat, resulting in the characteristic flavor of Iberian ham. Each pig can eat up to 10 kilos of acorns a day and reach a weight between 160 and 180 kilos. First of all, you should know that Iberian ham comes from the hind legs of the pig, while the front legs are called shoulders. Although both are delicious, the ham has a little more meat and a more intense flavor. This outdoor lifestyle, with good food and plenty of exercise, is what makes the meat of these pigs so special. It is this care, along with their diet and exercise, that ultimately results in the unparalleled Iberian acorn-fed ham that we know today. Once the pigs have grown in this ideal environment, they are ready for their next stage, becoming the gastronomic treasure that we know. Step 2. Slaughter and cutting. After approximately 18 months of outdoor life and a diet rich in acorns, Iberian pigs are ready to take the next step in their transformation into the exclusive Iberian acorn-fed ham. This moment might make you feel a little melancholic, but it's here where these animals begin their legacy as one of the greatest gastronomic treasures in the world. The slaughter takes place in large specialized facilities that comply with strict animal welfare standards, ensuring an ethical and respectful process. Then comes the cutting process, carried out with great care in these same facilities. Here, the different parts of the pig are separated to make the most of everything this unique animal offers. The hind legs are the true protagonists of this process. These pieces, larger and meatier, are destined to become the legendary Iberian acorn-fed ham, while the front legs are transformed into shoulders, equally delicious but with less meat and a slightly different flavor. What makes the hind legs so special? Besides their size, the hind legs have a perfect proportion of lean meat and infiltrated fat. This fat, the result of the acorn diet and outdoor exercise, provides juiciness, aroma, and that characteristic flavor that makes Iberian acorn-fed ham a unique product. Additionally, their size and composition make them ideal for the long curing process that is to come. The hind legs of an Iberian pig can weigh more than 8 kilos before curing, although after this process they lose almost 30% of their weight. This is due to the loss of water and the concentration of flavors that occurs during the transformation. With the hind legs selected and ready, the first step of the curing process begins: salting. This is where the pieces begin their journey to become the unparalleled Iberian Acorn-Fed ham. Let's go to the next step. Step 3. Salting. With the best hind legs selected after cutting, a fundamental step in the production of Iberian Acorn-Fed ham begins: salting. This process is key, as it not only preserves the meat, but also defines the unique and balanced flavor of the ham, regulating the moisture and enhancing its natural aromas. The legs are completely covered with sea salt in chambers specially designed for this purpose. Here, the amount of salt and the time that each piece spends in this process are calculated with absolute precision. Generally, 1 day of salting is used as a reference for each kilo of weight of the piece. For example, an 8-kilo leg will remain in salt for about a week. Why is salt so important? Salt acts as a natural preservative, extracting moisture from the meat to prevent microorganisms from damaging it. But not only that, it also penetrates the fibers of the meat, enhancing the flavor and giving it that just right salty touch that makes Iberian ham so special. Once the necessary time in salt has been completed, the legs undergo a careful washing to remove any excess. After this washing, a controlled resting period begins that lasts several weeks. During this time, the salt is evenly distributed throughout the piece, ensuring that every corner of the ham receives the perfect amount, neither too much nor too little. This step is critical, as any imbalance in salting could ruin the piece. The supervision in this stage is so precise that even a small error, such as leaving a leg in salt for too long, could affect its texture and flavor. That's why this process is carried out by experts who know the art of Iberian ham perfectly. After resting, the legs are ready for the next step: natural drying. Here, air and time will work their magic, transforming these pieces into the exquisite Iberian Acorn-Fed ham that we know and love. Step 4. Natural drying. After resting after salting, one of the most exciting and essential steps in the creation of Iberian Acorn-Fed ham begins: natural drying. Here, time and air become the great allies, removing the remaining moisture from the meat and beginning to develop the aromas and flavors that make this delicacy unique. The hind legs are hung in natural drying rooms, spaces designed to make the most of air currents and temperature variations of each season. During this process, which can last between 6 and 12 months, the ham begins to transform in texture, aroma, and flavor. What happens during drying? The infiltrated fat, that special characteristic of the Iberian Acorn-Fed pig, begins to oxidize slowly. This chemical change releases unique aromatic compounds that will give the ham its unmistakable flavor. Meanwhile, the moisture is reduced in a controlled manner, concentrating the flavors and ensuring the preservation of the piece. This is when the expert ham masters come into play. Their experience is fundamental at this stage, as they carefully supervise the environment of the drying room. They manually adjust the ventilation by opening and closing windows to regulate the airflow and control the exact conditions that each piece needs. This level of attention ensures that each ham evolves optimally and uniformly. The natural drying rooms give off an unmistakable aroma, a mixture of sweet and intense nuances that only occurs during the curing process. The ham masters, with years of experience, are able to identify with their sense of smell and touch how each piece is progressing, setting the pace for this delicate transformation. At the end of this period, the ham has acquired a firmer texture, a deep red color, and the first nuances of its unique flavor. At this point, the pieces are ready for the next step: maturation in the cellar, where time will take care of turning these hams into true masterpieces. Step 5. Cellaring. Once the hams have completed their natural drying, it's time to take them to a place where time and patience will work their magic: the cellar. These dark, cool spaces with carefully controlled humidity are the perfect setting for Iberian Acorn-Fed hams to reach their maximum quality. Here they will spend between 2 and 4 years, evolving in texture, aroma, and flavor until they become true gastronomic treasures. In the cellar, the process is slow and meticulous. During this period, a natural phenomenon called proteolysis occurs, where the proteins in the meat break down into compounds that enrich the flavor and give it that deep and unique touch that characterizes Iberian Acorn-Fed ham. Additionally, the infiltrated fat is distributed evenly throughout the meat, impregnating each fiber with its unmistakable aroma and juiciness. What makes this stage so special? During maturation, the ham loses excess water, concentrating its flavor even more. This process not only defines the intensity of each bite, but also results in a smooth and silky texture, perfect for slicing and enjoying. It is at this moment that the ham masters once again play a fundamental role. With their experience and precision, they carry out the tasting procedure, a traditional technique that consists of pricking the ham with a cane bone at specific points. By smelling it, they are able to detect if the ham is maturing correctly or if it requires any adjustments in its process. This trained sense of smell is key to ensuring that each piece meets the highest standards. Each ham develops its own personality during this stage. Factors such as maturation time, the amount of fat, and the conditions of the cellar influence its flavor and aroma, making each piece unique and unrepeatable. At the end of this stage, the ham has reached its perfection. A firm but silky texture, an intense red color, and a flavor that combines sweet, salty notes and that deep, characteristic touch. Now, the hams are ready for their classification and labeling, ensuring that each piece reflects its quality, origin, and the hard work that went into making it a unique delicacy. Let's discover how this incredible process ends. Step 6. Classification and labeling. After years in the cellar, it's time for classification and labeling, the final step that ensures the quality of Iberian Acorn-Fed ham and makes it easy for consumers to identify its exclusivity. How is the ham classified? Each piece undergoes a rigorous quality control process in which experts evaluate the aroma by tasting it, pricking the meat with a cane bone to perceive its internal aromas, the texture, checking that the fat is soft and melts to the touch, and the visual aspect, ensuring that the red color is bright and that the fat is well infiltrated, a sign of excellence. The hams are labeled with colors that reflect their origin and quality. The black label is the most exclusive and corresponds to pure Iberian Acorn-Fed hams, coming from 100% Iberian pigs fed exclusively on acorns and natural grasses. The red label also identifies high-quality acorn-fed hams, but coming from pigs with at least 50% Iberian genetics. Labeling is a very important step as it guarantees transparency and allows consumers to easily recognize the type of ham they are acquiring, highlighting the exclusivity of acorn-fed products. Only a small percentage of hams reach the black label category, making them true gastronomic jewels. With the labeling and classification finalized, the hams are ready to be presented to the consumer, either whole or in thin slices. Now all that's left is to enjoy this delicacy. Step 7. Presentation and final enjoyment. And there you have it. After years of care, patience, and dedication, Iberian Acorn-Fed ham is ready for the most anticipated moment, arriving at your table. The hams, either whole or in thin slices, travel from cellars to markets, stores, and restaurants around the world, ready to delight lovers of this gastronomic gem. Every time you cut a slice or open a package, you are enjoying the result of a meticulous process, designed to guarantee exceptional quality and an unparalleled flavor. From the care in the dehesa, oak pasture, through salting, drying, and cellar aging, to the final cut, each step has been carefully thought out to offer you a unique experience. The soft texture, intense red color, and unmistakable aroma of Iberian Acorn-Fed ham tell the story of tradition and excellence that makes it so special. Each bite transports you on a journey that began in the vast fields, with pigs fed on acorns, and ended with a delicacy ready to be enjoyed. This is a product that is not only eaten but also lived, representing centuries of art and passion in every slice. Now that you know everything behind this extraordinary process, tell us, have you gotten the urge to try it or enjoy it again? Leave your answer and share this journey with other lovers of this gastronomic wonder.